The AFC Championship game is officially set between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL, and here to give you guys my preview and my prediction for this very game. But before I get into all that, if you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe by hitting that big red subscribe button down below and turning on my post notifications by hitting the bell icon down below, folks. Weekly videos, you don't want to miss out on that. I post a ton of content on the channel, so go ahead and do so. And I've been doing so with the NFL playoffs, and now here to give you guys my preview and my prediction for this game. So I'll go through everything and finally give you guys a prediction at the very end of who I feel like is going to win this game. So let's get started by really quickly talking about my NFL predictions thus far. So if you have followed me, you followed the channel, you followed the videos, and have been keeping track of my NFL picks thus far, I am 6 for 8 throughout the playoffs, okay? Only 2 games I've gotten wrong, okay? The first round I went 3 for 4, and the second round I went 3 out of 4 as well. In the first round, obviously, the Minnesota Vikings beating the New Orleans Saints was the pick that I got wrong. And when I say obviously, is because, of course, the team that I had picked to obviously go to the Super Bowl from the NFC is the one that gets eliminated. So was not happy about that. But that was the game I got wrong. Got everything else right, including the upset of the New England Patriots by the Tennessee Titans, okay? I did call that. It's on tape. You can go check it out. The next week, the divisional round, I predicted that all the favorites would win. Obviously, they did, besides one team, which was the Tennessee Titans against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, if you go back to that video, I basically tell you guys, listen, I'm picking all the favorites, but I know that there's always going to be some upsets. So if you had to put a gun to my head and say, Fives, pick an upset, which team are you taking to win in an upset? And I said, I would take the Tennessee Titans over the Baltimore Ravens. Because why? They are red hot, and you don't bet against teams that are hot going into the playoffs. And it's funny enough, I bet against them. But I told you, again, don't want to hedge my bet here, that if I had to pick an upset in a matchup, that would be it. And you folks were in my comments talking about, Fives, how can you say the Titans are hot and not the Ravens? The Ravens won like 12 straight. Folks, the Ravens were good all season long. You can't be hot if you were good all year long. That just means you were good, period. When I say get hot, I'm talking about catching momentum, being able to go into the playoffs, playing your best football. So if a team has been playing their best football all year long, they can't be hot. They're just good, period, okay? And so that is kind of what I mean when I say that. And so obviously that ended up coming true. So now we are in the AFC Championship. Now the Tennessee Titans, who I picked once and then I didn't pick, they are the dark horse of Cinderella against the Kansas City Chiefs. My actual pick to come out of the AFC to win, not to win, but to come out of the AFC. Initially in my preseason, I predicted the Kansas City Chiefs would come out of the AFC and get to the Super Bowl. So it's so funny. The Chiefs and the Titans are the 2 teams right now in the AFC title game. So who do I have winning this matchup? Well, first, let's quickly take a look at the numbers. And the spread is -7.5 in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs, who are at home. And quite frankly, not surprised here. Obviously, the Chiefs are at home. They are, on paper, the better team. And I say on paper for a reason, which I will get to in a second. The over-under is 52, which is pretty high. And again, not too surprising considering the Chiefs put up points. So both things are something that don't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. So when you take a look at the numbers here, the Tennessee Titans, their defense, 21st overall, 24th against the pass, 12th against the rush. But obviously in the playoffs, they've been much, much better. And the Kansas City Chiefs as well, overall 17th on the year, their defense, 8th against the pass, and 26th against the rush. But again, they have gotten considerably better through the end of the season into the playoffs. So when I am analyzing this matchup, I'm trying to look at each team's strength and weaknesses. And we clearly know the strength of the Kansas City Chiefs is their offense. You got Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and again, a bunch of ancillary pieces, obviously in Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman, etc. Damian Williams was fantastic last week. But that high-powered offense is the key for the Kansas City Chiefs. What's the key for the Tennessee Titans? Derrick frickin' Henry, who's a truck, who's an absolute tank, who has been destroying this entire postseason. And the run game is the strength of the Tennessee Titans. So when I'm taking the strengths and I'm matching up with each team's weakness, what do I see? Well, the Tennessee Titans against the pass, they're 24th, so they're not very good. So Patrick Mahomes and company should have success. But the Kansas City Chiefs also are not good against the rush. They're 26th. So Derrick Henry should have success. So both teams are going up against teams that don't defend what the other team's strength is very well. So two things can be true here in that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense could do well and Derrick Henry could do well because, again, when you take a look at the defensive numbers, that's how it matches up. Well, here's the thing. Now, if both those things are kind of equal in that aspect, you have to kind of break it down by other areas. And to me, I do believe in the playoffs, there are such things as momentum, playing well, playing hot. And I told you guys, I just mentioned this with the Tennessee Titans. And here's how I feel about this. Are the Chiefs the better team on paper? Yes. Who is playing the better football right now? Obviously, the Tennessee Titans, to me, are playing the better football right now because, again, put some respect on their name, folks. They just beat the New England Patriots with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and they just beat the number 1 seed, the Baltimore Ravens, with the presumed MVP of the entire NFL, Lamar Jackson. So don't tell me the Kansas City Chiefs are that much better than both those teams because at a certain time during this NFL season, folks had picked those teams over the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Tennessee Titans just showed you that they went ahead and beat both of them on the road, might I add. So this game being in Kansas City, it does not mean anything to me. Because, again, the Titans have proved they can go on the road and win. Here's the other thing. This matchup's already happened. Oh, it happened in the regular season, folks. This matchup already happened in which the Chiefs did lose to the Tennessee Titans. And again, this was in Tennessee. I don't care because, like I said, the Titans have shown you they can go on the road and win. And they won that matchup 35-32. Two things I want to point out. What did Patrick Mahomes do in that game? 36 for 50 for 446 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he got his. But then what did Derrick Henry do in that game? 23 carries for 188 yards, rushing yards. So he got his. So you see my point here where both teams can get what they want. So if that is there, what is the equalizer? What sets each team apart? So I feel like this is going to be a very close matchup. And for me, the deciding factor here to me is, folks, I'm telling you right now, I see the formula a little bit more clear for the Tennessee Titans than I do for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, I'm telling you guys, I do. And here's the formula. The Tennessee Titans can play keep away football from the Kansas City Chiefs. For them to get the football and run it with Derrick Henry, who nobody's shown they can stop right now, and I don't expect that to happen. Again, I don't expect teams to be able to stop Derrick Henry, especially Kansas City Chiefs. They can literally, in a game plan, take away Patrick Mahomes by not even letting him get on the field, by playing keep away, running the football, long drives, and getting into the end zone. Now, the Chiefs obviously will get the football, but if the time of possession is greatly reduced, which is what Seattle did versus Green Bay in the second half, that's why they were able to come back, then I see the path here for the Tennessee Titans than I do for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs can absolutely win this game, but for me, I really don't see the Kansas City Chiefs being able to have a clear game plan to stop the Tennessee Titans. I don't think they can stop Derrick Henry because they're just going to score quick and then Derrick Henry is going to get on the floor. Versus Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans, they can run the football all day long and keep away from Patrick Mahomes. So that is, to me, what I see here. And yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick the Tennessee Titans to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, even though the Chiefs were my pick for to make it to the Super Bowl. Because here's my thing, folks. Just because I picked the Chiefs to make it to the Super Bowl does not mean I have to stick by that. If I've got new information, I'm going to utilize that new information, folks. And you guys follow me for a reason. You guys follow me because I give you that real, I cut out the BS, and I give you my objective take. And I truly believe the Tennessee Titans can pull this upset off, folks. I had a feeling, obviously, in the first round of the playoffs when they beat the Patriots. I said the Patriots are reeling, the Titans are hot. I see it happening. And then even in the second round, I felt it. I told you, I said, I can see the upset brewing. Everybody is on the Ravens. Nobody's on the Titans. They've been counted out. And they did it. I just didn't have the balls to pick them. And then now I'm telling you, I'm all in. I'm all in on the Tennessee Titans. I believe they can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Folks, I'm telling you, I've seen this story before. The New York Giants, even the Green Bay Packers, when they won their Super Bowls, folks, it is wild card and get on a roll. And when you're on a roll, folks, you think you can do anything. And that is the beauty about momentum in the NFL is if this was a 7-game series, the Chiefs win. But this isn't a 7-game series. It's one game. Anything can happen. And I am taking the Tennessee Titans to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game and go to the Super Bowl. So there you have it, folks. I am doing it. I've picked the Kansas City Chiefs to lose to the Tennessee Titans in the AFC title game. And as far as my score prediction, folks, here's the thing. I told you guys that the Tennessee Titans don't want to shoot out here. Obviously, they want to be able to win this game by playing keep away, right? And have it be low scoring because, again, they beat the Patriots 20-13. They beat the Ravens 28-12. Well, here's my thing. I think this will still be a close game. So, obviously, if I'm picking the Titans, the line was 7.5. But I do think it'll be a close game. I've got the score 30-28. Because here's my thing. I know it's a weird score, but here's my thing. Hear me out. If you let Patrick Mahomes score one touchdown a quarter, that's 28 points. I believe that is the extent of what you can allow the Kansas City Chiefs. Because, again, you're not going to totally stop them, but you can try to slow them down. Again, a shootout to me is like 51, 45, whatever. But even if you just give up 28 points, to me, it's again, I believe the Titans can put up those points with Derrick Henry running the football. Ryan Tannehill's been playing the best football of his entire career. A.J. Brown's been a beast. And so there are things there that the Tennessee Titans on offense can do. Yes, Derrick Henry makes them go. But Ryan Tannehill has been phenomenal. And he was pretty good against them when they faced off in the regular season, folks. Ryan Tannehill had 2 touchdowns in that game. So I believe Ryan Tannehill can absolutely do some damage. I believe A.J. Brown can have a decent game because the Kansas City Chiefs defense hasn't been playing better, but they're still not obviously elite to where the Ravens were or the Patriots were. I have more respect for those defenses than I do the Chiefs defense, though it's still very good. But to me, that is what I see as the final score. So I'm taking the Tennessee Titans to win against the Kansas City Chiefs 30-28. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you have winning this game? Leave a comment down below if you agree with me or disagree with me. As always, thanks for watching.